What is up? What is down? And what is around? We done came back. Your favorite brown men on the internet. Your boy L Maxwell. To my right, we got C Dub. Let me fix his camera because he done stuck his chest up and know he no longer in the frame. And we also got Sanitation, aka Dex Lil Flex. We got the Memphis Bridge lit up to show y'all how we bridging the gap today, and we got some topics that we want to talk about. First off, how y'all week been? How was y'all Valentine's Day? Y'all have some good times? Y'all some good chocolates? Y'all get some candy on sale?
Well, you know, I don't do that.
I did not get no candy on sale. No, I don't. I don't eat no chocolate. So
you don't eat no chocolate?
I'm trying to maintain a good balance of a healthy diet. You know, I don't want to be, old and fat.
Interesting.
Yeah, I actually didn't do the 50% off shopping this year either, which is a surprise. Well, we still have leftover candy from other stuff, so there's no point in buying more chocolate when we got chocolate. So nah. And we don't really do the whole Valentine's Day, but I did cook a decent meal, her favorite meal. That's about it.
I'm for real. February 15th, I was in Target. I bought them junks. I got 3 heart-shaped Russell Stouffer's boxes, whatever, and with a turtle one. I can't wait to bust that thing wide open. Eat it in bed. But anyway, speaking of
the logic behind it is kind of like wild, because if you were in any other situation, if the TVs cost $700 today, and then literally tomorrow that same TV costs $350, why would you buy that TV? Why would you not reserve and buy that TV tomorrow? But hey, go ahead, go off.
You done?
No, that's it.
Speaking of TV, man, we got to talk about our favorite TV character growing up. The only person of color that I knew to look up to when I was a kid. Not only did it make me appreciate people of all walks of life, but also made me understand that our existence would be nothing if his people did not suffer. They got hit by a meteor or asteroid back in the day, and he was the lone survivor. We're going to talk about Barney the dinosaur.
Right.
This man,
I don't think it's called Barney and Friends. So I think he had about like a few other friends that
we ain't gonna talk about Bebop. The show's named after Barney. It wasn't Bebop and Friends. It's Barney and Friends. All right. The purple G, Vice Lord of them all. Barney the dinosaur done flipped the script, and he said he gonna be new year, new me. He said the kids don't respect him, so he gotta meet them where they at. I got a picture of Barney up right now. And right now the fans say, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. This ain't who the Barney we know. So before I give you my take, because I'm gonna be real, I watched the hell out of Barney growing up as a kid. Matter of fact, I still try to put Barney on for my kids. I got 4 kids. They don't really request them. They be watching Cocomelon and stuff, but I might need to introduce them to Barney. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this new Barney, aka the young Shannon Sharp.
I looked at the new Barney, and they just need to throw it away. It looked like trash. It was hot garbage. They need to throw it away. It don't.
You an expert at trash.
Exactly. I know how to take it out. So they should just call me up. I'm Sanitation. I'm gonna let them know that this is not it. So I ain't got no kids.
You ain't got no kids, so you telling me you're not even the audience that they trying to collect, and you over here complaining about it. See, you one of those folks. You don't like change, huh? You don't like change, huh? You don't like the people got rights now. You want everything to stay the same.
So that's actually what I was going to go on, because me personally, I'm looking at the two. Obviously, I wasn't a fan of Barney first off, but I'm looking at the two. I'm like, okay, I thought there was going to be like a completely different. I thought it was going to be a whole new, like, it's like they still got the purple and green going on. They still got, it's a dinosaur. I thought they was going to have just like a whole new character as Barney. Like I said, they just gave him a makeover, like someone said, a nose job and bigger veneers, like, and they're upset about it.
My thing is, his toenail been yellow. Has his toenail been yellow like that? I ain't never. Yes. I don't remember him no yellow toenails. He need to go see a doctor. He might got jaundice.
No, his toenail has been yellow, but it's basically what you were saying. Some people just like stuck in the nostalgia moment, and even like you use the example of your kids. I'm the same way. I tried to put my kid on stuff that I was interested in. Hey, look, so it's Lion King. See this right here? He didn't care about that. Like you said, he wanted Cocomelon. He wanted what's the goofy guy? so much to learn about. It'll make you Blimpy. Like he loves that stuff. He don't want to watch the stuff I watched growing up.
So Blimpy cool to me. Blimpy to me is the new age Mr. Rogers. I respect Blimpy.
I don't like Blimpy.
Nah, man, you got so let me tell you why I like him, and this is after I realized why he does what he
distracts kids. Go ahead.
No. Blimpy, the reason why he's a G, he purposely said, I am so sick and tired of new content on YouTube, just being a lot of animation, a lot of music, a lot of cuts, like so many different things to distract him on attention wise. So if you watch his episodes, it's continuous. He starts with an idea, it follows him along. There's no cuts. So for children, it's actually easier for them to retain that knowledge. And I'm not, I can't speak for other kids, but every time my kids walk by, drive by a construction site with me, they be like excavator, and that's straight from Blippy. He done taught them all the construction too. So he boring to me as an adult, but why he does what he does. All right, but let me get back to Barney. So
before you go there, the reason I don't like Blimpy is simply because
first off, it's Blippy. It's Blippi. Ask your parents to follow him on YouTube. I'm sorry, I've been watching too many shows.
But no, the reason I don't like him is simply because he's destructive. He tears stuff up. That's the reason I don't like him. And my kid tries to emulate that. He'll jump off stuff and go crazy. But yeah, that's the reason I don't like him. But go ahead about that.
Okay, I got boys too. And I don't know if it has anything to do with Blippy. They just be tearing up stuff because they feel like it. You know what I mean? That's just what they do. That's just what they do. To this day, I don't pick up my clothes off the floor.
No, Blippy be knocking stuff over intentionally. So that's why that's a bad habit.
All right. Well, so I was cool with the whole change, the makeover to Barney, because I just looked at it, hey, it's more digital, it's easier to reproduce. You ain't gotta have no grown ass man getting charges pressed on him, because there's a different society today. All it takes is one accusation and Barney getting canceled. He put his tail on my face and I told him to stop, and then it made me fall on the ground and I'm suing. So a digital cartoon you ain't gotta worry about none of that. But the problem that I ain't like was when they changed the theme song. Let me read the lyrics to the new song. You know, the original goes, I love you.
That's the theme song.
Oh, how does that go? You know what I'm talking about?
Barney is a dinosaur.
No, not the dinosaur. You know what I'm talking about? The ending song, the outro song.
Oh, the end song, okay.
Yeah, that was
all right, well, the new lyrics go, I love you in a platonic way, only strictly as friends, not romantically, of course. I don't understand why they added all these lyrics to the word. You know what I mean? It's just changes the meaning. And then it says, let's start a family without, identifying as what we want to be. We can be a dinosaur, multi-species family. I don't appreciate all that. You know what I mean? Because
the lyrics
that is doing the most. That is unnecessary.
Oh, my bad. This is just
I know you are lying.
This is just one of the comments that the internet was saying. I don't really care. I'm gonna put Barney on, put the OG one on. I'm gonna put the new one on. Now, I just feel like the thing that I don't understand why people don't like change is you just want people to die or be broke. It's like going to your Target and being like, hey, can y'all stop selling new stuff? Like, just give me the lead paint, man. I want the lead paint. Give me the mercury light switches for what I put in my houses, man. I don't want all this new safety stuff. OSHA who? You know what I mean? Wasn't nothing wrong with the old stuff. Wasn't nothing wrong with the old Barney, but best believe, he saw his ops, Coco Melon, right? He saw his ops, Blues Clues, Dora the Explorer. They done came up. So what he gonna have to do? What does he have to do? He gotta get with the times, man. He still got the gap in his tooth. He's still a G. You know what I mean? Don't let the man fool you. He a dinosaur. He just vegan.
Okay.
Anyways.
So we're going to roll right into our next segment.
I mean, I think that's the best way to open and end a podcast with three grown men to talk about a purple dinosaur. The next topic we want to talk about, since I always talk about not getting canceled, we may not have a choice in the future. Because according to the internets, artificial intelligence can replace most of our jobs anyway. I don't know if you guys use this little app called ChatGPT by OpenAI, probably mostly funded by Microsoft, but it's a doozy. It can pretty much write for you. You give it a prompt and it'll respond in kind. So let me just read out 10 jobs that it supposedly could replace in the near future. tech jobs when it comes to people who write code, simple code, software engineers, or data analytics. So I should be okay. Media jobs, content creation. A lot of these not open AIs, but artificial intelligence creating art off a whim. You give it a prompt to, hey, make me an art of somebody throwing garbage into the ocean, and then a picture of Dex popped up. I'm like, damn, it just knew what I wanted to talk about.
No,
Hey,
that's not how it
can you not
works.
interrupt me, bro? I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt you. Yeah. Just real disrespectful right now. Real disrespectful. I ain't Shannon.
If you ain't Skip. When it comes to legal aids, paralegals, I've seen it write a whole defense. They told me ChatGPT could pass the bar. They asked every question from the bar. It passed that jump. Market research analyst, I can see that. Teachers, nah, it can't. You can't replace no teachers with no robot. Them kids are gonna unplug the robot.
I mean,
They're gonna be like, I'm the teacher. Does not compute.
I mean, the thing is, like, they already been doing virtual learning, basically, so we don't have at least I don't have the numbers on virtual learning. It hasn't been a pro or con. I think it's been negative so far, but it's just a learning curve. It's something new.
No, I just think folks ain't whooping their kids hard enough. I'm gonna be real. I
definitely getting canceled.
I whooping them with the truth. That is, don't hit your kids. What I'm saying is, my kid definitely did not like me being her teacher, right? Because I was working full time. I thought the world was coming. It's 2020, and she was in second grade. And them concepts, yeah, I could teach her, but it was the thing that I would say teachers you can't replace is you gotta be able to have patience, which I barely have any, right? Children need a lot of patience because they learn at different speeds. Could you imagine ChatGPT? I'm sorry, kid, that answer is incorrect. Please try again. And the kid puts in like 10, 20 incorrect answers. And it ultimately just goes, I'm done for the day. Unplug me. You know what I mean? Because kids, I don't know, man. Teachers aren't being paid enough. So the only thing I can see, and it's probably gonna be the next occupation, is like maybe acting as a teacher aide, right? Teacher's aide may get replaced, but the teacher itself still has to ultimately connect on a human level. Like ChatGPT can give you the information quickly, like, hey Siri, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my phone's gonna be tripping. That kind of stuff. But it can't notice the nuances of a kid struggling in math and know when to stop, slow down, and let them catch up, right? But maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe we just haven't built the app around it yet. But I would say definitely. Go ahead.
No, I think there's the way of times. We just eliminating jobs left and right. Remember back in the day, librarians were a huge thing. But with this digital age, there's no need for paper. So it's just like jobs are getting eliminated left and right. Even with like some fast food restaurants, people complain we're not getting paid enough. We're not this, that, and the third. We're undervalued, overworked, and underpaid. And I'm not going to do this. Okay, cool. You see all these kiosks in McDonald's now. So it's like there are certain jobs that I don't want to say that don't require skill, because obviously a tech writer definitely requires skills. But there are jobs that are just getting eliminated left and right.
So here's the thing. People are getting smarter. And the reason why we're getting smarter
I disagree.
No. People are getting smarter as a sense of like the smartest people is getting smarter. Maybe not on average. But the reason why we have to be so smart is because people will always be lazy, right? Always be lazy. And the lazier we get, the smarter we have to be so we can have something else to do. So just like people don't want change gonna come and deal with the change and be like, well, we want to keep jobs the same that we are. Think about it in China, where they could buy a tractor or a backhoe or whatever and dig up the earth real quick, but they'll eliminate a lot of jobs with people who have shovels, right? So they kind of do a balance. They don't order as many tractors, so more people will be employed. Even though it's slower, it keeps 1 billion people employed, right? Something like that. I can understand that because people got to have jobs. But we just got to rethink, well, what jobs are going to be in the future, right? So since we're freed up from having to do menial stuff, Google searching, taking hours just to search to find one answer. And now you got your answer, you can go ahead and run with it, right? So think about how back in the day when we invented like the car, right? All these buggy drivers were mad. They're like, man, what am I supposed to do with this horse, man? You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to ride my horse, too slow. Well, he became a taxi driver, right? Instead of drawing people on a chariot, he drew them in on a Jeep Patriot, you know? And then the oil needed changing. He forgot to change it. It started leaking everywhere. And now he on the side of the highway trying to figure out why his car don't run. He's like, my horse ain't never need no oil changes.
Scenarios.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you lost me.
And then I'm just saying just think about different jobs have changed or become obsolete through technology, right?
Oh, basically the same thing I just did 5 minutes.
And new jobs are created through technology because now you need somebody to take care of the robot.
So I'm not saying, you know, I mean, but teaching, you always gonna have somebody teaching somebody something, teaching somebody how to use a robot. You know,
I don't agree.
I mean, you think a robot can work them big old wrenches on them planes you got?
Well, that's not teaching though. That's physical labor.
Well, you think a robot can teach you how to do that?
I mean, I think more or less I do self-learn. I'm self-taught on a lot of stuff. Now, granted, I do take courses, whatever, but those courses a lot of those courses aren't instructor-led.
So obviously, I don't know how the aircraft mechanics school works, but I just assume there's a old guy with a big mustache that's, you know, overweight, that's teaching all the kids, and he's like 10 years, maybe less than 10 years from retirement, and he just showing you stuff on the picture, doing like this, just pointing around. He ain't doing nothing else. Is that about right?
I mean, you described it to the T. Like I thought you were sitting next to me or something, because that's literally it.
So I'm just saying, like
that's the coffee cup on their belly, and they just tell you back in my day, this is how we used to do things.
Like, yeah, that's just all careers, all manual labor careers to this day. I mean, you got to have a sage that's been there, done that, and now he just relaxed and teaching the new generation. He can do it. Mm-hmm. He can teach you how to do it. But is he gonna be up there working the floor? Nope. He don't put in his time. So that's why I'm saying, think of it as a teaching aid. That dude's still gonna have a job, but he gonna struggle. He still has all the knowledge up here, which you can't replicate, that tacit knowledge, right? But what he doesn't know how to do is he don't know how to teach. He know how to show you how to turn a wrench or how to put this on there, but can he illustrate it best? Wouldn't it be nice if you go, hey, robot or ChatGPT, bring me up a visualization to a drawing for a Boeing 747's cockpit. Boom, automatic pop up. Because you know his fingers don't work from all them wrench turnings, so he don't know how to type goods. Another thing says financial trader. So I can see that. They do that now.
This guy.
Bots are trading so fast. That's what they call arbitrage. A graphic designer, we already talked about that. Accounts, I mean, TurboTax do my taxes for me now anyway. Customer service agents, I mean, they do that now. Anytime you talk to an internet bot, it's an artificial AI. It'd be like, tell me what you're interested in and what you need help with. You know, refund, and they'll just bring up your last order.
And I just be trying to be like, just give me the representative. I got a friend that figured out a way to steal furniture from Office Depot using chat bots. Bruh, you should really learn from them. You should talk to them. Figure out how to do that.
Yeah, man, they kind of trash though. All right, but enough about the robots. All right, whoever wants the last say robots before we move to the last topic, because I know sanitation been itching to talk about the next one. So go ahead. Last thing on robots.
I ain't been itching.
So my question is, let's transition. Do you think robots can replace police?
They might do a better job.
You think so? You think robots have a sense of justice?
No, actually, I think they'll do a worse job.
Because then think about it. Humans have a hard enough time. It's been proven. Think about it. Humans have a hard enough time matching descriptions. Suspect on foot wearing a black hoodie, 5'5", and a dark skin. The robot, all he's gonna see is height greater than 5 feet, wearing black, dark skin. Must terminate, eliminate, shooting everybody on sight.
You're right. Yeah. It's gonna be worse.
I think the robots would be if there were like we're talking about this scenario of RoboCops or whatever. I think the RoboCop would literally be black and white. You know, you went 55 into 50. You know, arrest.
I think RoboCop has a speech impediment, and I think he boxes on the weekends.
So,
my bad. That's Sylvester Stallone. He didn't play RoboCop, did he? Did he play RoboCop? No, he played Judge Dredd. I got my movies mixed up. But transition to the next article. Would you rather have a robot police you or a drunk cop with a gun?
I would say RoboCop.
RoboCop at that point, because Tennessee out here is trying to play with fire right now.
So let me take a step back. A couple years ago, Tennessee just passed where as long as you're 18, you can open carry, and then if you're 21, you can conceal carry. No permit necessary. For so long, you needed a permit to conceal carry, but now they just they brought the Wild West to the Wild South. So now that they said, hey, that ain't enough. We need cops that have been drinking to also be able to carry their gun. Because right now the law is if you've been drinking, you can't have a firearm on you, right? I guess it's like a felony or maybe a misdemeanor. I don't know. I don't know the law and its repercussions. I'm just wondering. I mean,
not only that, you're not allowed to carry a firearm anywhere where alcohol is served, like bars, clubs, things like that. No firearm allowed. But apparently, they're trying to change that.
Well, let's just try to understand the logic. But on the surface, it's kind of like, hey, that sounds crazy. But let's just say this: which would you rather have? A drunk cop, or a drunk citizen with a gun? I think it's between the two. No, between the two, I would say a drunk cop would be a little bit better because you expect him to know the law, right? You know what I mean? You expect him to know. Versus drunk citizen, he may or may not know what is within the rights of his law. So, but my concern is, let's say he accidentally shoots somebody. Like he was so drunk, he started doing party tricks. Hey, everybody, look what I can do. Throwing his gun up in the air, he accidentally killed somebody. Would he be able to use the defense? I'm sorry, I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't even remember shooting nobody. Right? Because isn't there now a reasonable defense to say, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess no. If you took medication and you committed a crime, you're still liable, right? Because you're if you got
influence.
If you got drunk and got behind the wheel and killed somebody, you're still liable for that. So I don't know. I guess there is no defense for being drunk.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you said, would I rather have a drunk cop or a drunk citizen? Like, it doesn't matter. I don't want either one. Like, I don't want. Would you rather have a drunk cop driving or a drunk citizen driving?
Well, I think drunk driving is probably no matter your occupation. I think this is just more so a matter of, let's say you are at a bar and you wanted to go out for a drink at the bar after a shift. Can you still carry your weapon with you while still drinking, right? And you're not technically at work. And if something pops off, at least a cop who's in the vicinity that happens to be drinking could potentially, intervene. But I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
But I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, let me see if the article cites like a reason. Like, what is the somebody had to put it into a bill, right? And why? Like, what are they?
Yeah, citing? They put it into the bill because they was trying to get another portion of this bill passed. And so they was like, let's just throw this in here and see if it works.
I mean, which is completely ridiculous because at this point you're continuously.
I see. So really, the main bill is they wanted to allow them to bring it onto like education campuses, allow people to carry, and they wanted to tag it along with it. So
yeah, that's right. They're in Tennessee. They're trying to let everybody bring their gun on college campuses and everything.
Not just cops. I guess students, right? Where it says the bill would allow people to carry firearms on college campuses and parks, but it prohibits carrying through K through 12 except by certain persons, including any person.
Which I agree with. I can see that because there's been so many school shootings as of lately. Like, if one responsible person were carrying a firearm legally, that could have eliminated a lot of stuff. They could have possibly handled this active shooter.
So I mean, let me preface first. I don't think they're gonna do anything to take away guns, but the better logic would be to eliminate all guns, period. Right? Because if nobody can have a gun, then there won't be any college campus shootings to worry about. But don't get me wrong, that ain't gonna happen. So the alternatives of how do we manage the current population? There's 6 guns for every citizen in the United States, and that's a touchy topic. I'm not here to bring up the issue of gun restriction. I just want to know if this deregulation to allow law enforcement the opportunity to carry their guns by under the influence, and it ain't just alcohol. It's under the substance abuse, not substance. It's under influence of alcohol and or controlled substances. So like if he's been taking narcotics because his back hurt, so maybe not alcohol. I don't know, man.
I mean, with that gun control thing, like think about like New York City or New York, like guns aren't allowed there, but people get shot every day.
Not New York.
You take away guns from everyone, there's criminals are still going to have guns. So that's why I'm against it.
Nah, let me show you the stats when it comes to statistics. All right.
Yeah. I am a gun advocate to an extent, but I also believe and do know that less guns are better. Because I just look at Europe, Canada.
I'm not knocking that, but do you really think that taking the guns away are going to take the guns from criminals?
Listen. I know. I know from a incident occurrence happening. Like you hear about it the most because of New York, Chicago, whatever. It happens a lot from an incident standpoint because more people live there. But per capita is how you should rate whether or not your gun laws are effective. Because if 1 out of a million people get killed by a gun every day, but then you have like, let's say 500 million people that live there, that's actually pretty good versus 1 out of 100 that happens every week, right? At somewhere you live, like 1 out of 100. Oh, that's only once a week. I know, but what I'm saying is the statistics is actually pretty kind of concerning when you look at it. So let me just see if I can scoot this over to the right. So
all I know is it's been working in Europe, Canada, and all these other countries across the world.
So the highest states per capita with the highest gun death rates, and this is kind of old, but 2017, are more red states: Alaska, Alabama, Montana, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Arkansas, Wyoming, West Virginia, and New Mexico. So maybe is West Virginia a conservative state? I don't know.
Yes, it's very conservative.
So my point is,
no. West Virginia. Virginia is blue.
Yeah.
West Virginia is conservative.
So this is just 217. I'll try to find, I mean, this is saying 2023. There's a map saying is updated, and the bottom states, so the one with the least: Iowa, Nebraska, Minnesota, California, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York. New York is actually Hawaii and New York actually have the 2 lowest per capita, but they also have a ton of people. Right, so New York has a ton of people. Hawaii for sure, you ain't bringing no guns on a plane, let alone getting a gun while you're in Hawaii, unless you have a lot of like licenses and stuff, right? So the thing is it just makes you wonder, like, is it really like that talking point of it happens a lot in New York? Yeah, it probably happens because a lot of people live there, and one person happened to die, but I don't know what. 10 million people or 50 million people live in the New York area, so per capita it's much less. So it makes you wonder, like, why does a place with so much less population have a gun issue, right? Like how are they killing each other higher per capita? I don't know. I mean, the highest state is Alaska. Alaska's middle of nowhere. I guess some of the mooses are packing. You know what I mean? Hey man, what you do to Rocky, dog? It's Bullwinkle.
Alaska has a high rate of depression and suicides and stuff like that too.
Oh, so I guess that's gun death, so that includes suicide. But let's see, just look at statistics. I mean, I'm not trying to fool nobody today. Just Google gun violence per capita, and I'm not saying all of the top 10 are all conservative, but a lot more probably more than 7 out of 10 are conservative states, which makes you wonder, like, do gun restrictions work or not work? And I would think they do. I mean, less guns on the road, less guns in the wild.
All I know is I don't need my cops to be drunk or on some drugs having a gun. If they're already in trouble that they are announced being sober and can't get their identities down as a suspect and describe them and beating up random people, I do not want to see a drunk cop with a gun. Essentially.
See, this is how you get rid of all that. Number one, just comply, bro. Number two,
you're right. I should have done that first. I should have done that.
Number two, don't get caught out in the streets drinking. Period. Drinking the comfort of your own house. Because or number three, I don't know. I guess we should listen more to Barney. We should just tell each other how we love each other because we're just one big happy family. But a great big hug and a platonic kiss from me to you. That's the new song, bro.
Nah, I feel like you exaggerate.
We gotta bring it all the way back, man, for the listeners watching from the beginning. But on that note, I think that was a great podcast, fellas. I'll give you all the final say, and hopefully I don't lie again and take over at the end. So I'll start with you, Sanitation. What do you want to leave our viewers with or listeners with for the next episode? What should they look forward to?
Well, we might get into the topic of anime watchers. That should be one of our next topics. Try to get more people into anime. Talk about some of the great episodes, stuff out there.
Yeah, I need to stop. I need to stop appropriating my culture. What about you, Curtis? What you think?
I guess I'll say not all change is bad. So get with the times. Get right or get left.
All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with the final word. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we will holler at y'all next time. Hopefully it'll be less than 2 weeks this time. And zip it up, zip it out. And bird game, baby. There you go.